And the countdown continues as far as the world of boxing is concerned. We have a big box office showdown in the next few days or thereabouts. Is Anthony Joshua up against Francis Ngannou in what promises to be a very, very exciting matchup. Meanwhile, there are talks and proposal for making at least 5 judges in the world undisputed bout between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. That proposal is also on the pipeline. And not forgetting the ever exciting MPFL, where we had the matches return for the second stanza with some exciting result. Yiman Wagwa with a hat-trick, and not forgetting Kano Pillars with a fine result. The problem of Heartland Football Club of Warri continues right there as Christian Obi continues to struggle with his side. Lovely evening to you and many thanks for joining us on yet another interesting edition for Evening Light on Radio. It is Champions Arena right here on your favorite dial, Rapid 96.5 FM Umahia. My name is Val Edu, and I'm the midfield maestro. Not alone, I've got my colleagues right here with me in the studio. Starting off with a utility player, the incorruptible Sam. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening to you, Val Edu. And well, I can't remember the last time I did this, but good to be back. Actually, football, sports in general, that's awesome, and a beautiful way to start the new week. A lot happening. Wow, so we are not talking AFCON again. I can't believe it.
Well, we aren't talking AFCON, and that has happened for almost a week plus now. And we're talking everything there is in the world of sports on Champions Arena. We've got the attacking sensation, Oluwapelumi King Adeni. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. I'm actually happy to be here. It seems like I was in a long sabbatical, but now I'm finally ready to talk sport again. Let's attack.
All right, let's attack on the show this evening. Just to let you know that we've got brand new platforms for your feedback. 0916-033-3965. Also, double WhatsApp portal. We also have the other line 0916-00000965. Also, for calls and text messages. Don't forget that we'll also pick those calls in due time during the course of the show. All right, and let's begin the show starting off with the world of boxing, where we have quite interesting proposition coming in here as the WBC is proposing that the number of ringside judges for Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk should be increased from 3 to 5 or even 6. Fury, the WBC heavyweight champion, will box Usyk, the unified WBO, WBA and IBF title holder, on May the 18th after the bout was postponed when Fury sustained a cut in sparring, having been initially scheduled for February the 17th, where world title fights are normally scored by 3 ringside officials. But WBC president Mauricio Suleiman believes that because this undisputed heavyweight championship fight is so important for boxing, more judges should be introduced. Well, he made the statement while speaking to Sky Sports. Let's take a listen to Mauricio Suleiman, the man at the helm of affairs as far as boxing is concerned. Let's take a listen to him.
Had proposed to use 5 judges or 6 judges. However, that was not considered. It did not happen. I would still recommend, because the more officials that evaluate a fight or score a fight, the less possibility of a wrong decision. Anybody can have a bad night. If you have one judge having a bad night and the other one, the 2 others getting it correct, you still save the fight. If you have 2 judges with a difficult fight, and then, one round can shift the whole result. But if you have more officials, then the possibility of a wrong score goes to a minimal. But we will see.
All right, quite fair enough. You want to say common sense trying to apply here. Mauricio Suleiman, the boss with the WBC regular division, is saying, hey, instead of 3 ringside judges, let there be 5. He's trying to say it's going to be difficult for 5 or 6 judges to make a mistake compared to when you have 3. This is an undisputed heavyweight championship bout. We've got to put everything on the line for this particular one. Before, what we used to have is one judge from one of the fighters' country, the other from the opposite end, right? The opponent's home country, and one neutral judge, maybe from the US or from the UK, from anywhere, and the three of them will be scoring the games independently. That's why you have unanimous decisions, meaning all three went the same way. Split decision, 2 went here, 1 went the other way, and that's where the decision is given to one fighter or the other. So it's all encompassing. But I don't know what you think about this one, Incorruptible Sam. He's saying with more referees or judges on the ringside, there is a likelihood of making lesser and lesser scoring point mistakes.
Definitely, and professional judges also, those that will actually not be there to, allow their sentiment or their emotion get the better of them. Because I must pay attention to that word, profession. We see errors in football, and you see referees trying as much as possible to have something, an attachment over the other team, even when they know there are sometimes their calls. Thank God for VAR. That will also be somehow controversial because you have people watching from the inside. It's not automatic. And coming back to this one, just is a good point that he has made. There is no way 5 of them will just be wrong at the same time. In as much as it will also be more like majority having the, just imagine 3 saying okay, no, this decision goes to this person. The other 2 they have lost out and all the rest. So it will be a nice one if we will have up to 5 of them. I think let it be in all the fights. If implemented, let it be notified. Let it not be okay. This one is more, is a bigger fight compared to the other one. Let's have 5. Then when you have a lesser fight, you have 2 or 3. No, let us make it our thing if it's going to stand there. Because the last fight between Ngannou and Tyson Fury, for me, it ended, and so many people are still talking about that, how it went the way of Tyson Fury and not Ngannou, who did well in that fight and also should have won it. So at this point right now, having them 5 there, let's see. Maybe it would have been more difficult. Just imagine 3 saying Ngannou and 2 saying Tyson Fury in that fight, for example. It would have been something we then sit over again and talk about. It's a nice one, a nice call. I'm totally in support of that.
All right, to Taki sensation, let me hear your thoughts. What do you think about the proposition? Do you think it will be something that should scale through, or in the best interest of boxing fans and the boxers themselves? Because sometimes they also come out groaning after bout, saying, "Hey, I think I did better than my opponents, and I think I deserve, the decision. But hey, the points were not given to me." We've seen a controversial moment in the Rio 2016 Olympic Games where majority of the referees, right, and judges in that particular tournament were suspended by the international body of boxing. So this happens. So what's your take? 5 judges or 6 judges compared to the 3 we have regularly right down ringside?
I totally disagree. Now let's look at football, for instance. How many people are in the VAR? 3 people are in the VAR section. 1 center referee, 1 assistant referee, and sometimes all of them can get it wrong. So I don't think the more numbers, the more confusing decision we get, like what we have seen with the VAR.
No, they are actually taking the decisions independently. For instance,
I understand what you're saying.
They are all scoring the same fight.
I understand what you're saying, but then it will just lead to my point is that it just leads to further confusion, because if 3 judges can make mistake, how much more 5 with their own independent knowledge and independent view on the stuff? The more numbers, the different views that is going to have, and it can lead to a lot more confusion in it than the 3. I prefer that the way it is. 2 from each country, 1 neutral, because the numbers doesn't change anything. They can still view 3 possibilities. They can still view the boxing bout the same way, different ways, or they will just use their own knowledge to it, or based on their own competency or knowledge or experience of the fight, which can lead to further confusion. So I don't believe that the more numbers, the possibility of the thing reduced to a minimum. It can be higher. So they brought in the VAR to help the referees, and yet nothing, particularly in the Premier League and La Liga, it's almost the same thing. It can be higher. The more numbers, the more confusing the show may get. So let it be 3. So it will not cause future controversies, and that is going more than it is, and just plunge boxing bout into a lot of, okay, this judge is not supposed to be, this judge supported me, or 3 to so like that. So that one it's okay like that, because if they bring the 5 to something, boxers will have a lot of talks about it, and it can lead to a lot more bad elements for boxing.
All right, so it's more like we shouldn't make it more controversial and more and confusing. Then if somebody saying, "Hey, you should reduce the number of errors we have," you don't expect all 5 judges to be seeing the same thing in terms of making the same errors. So it's more like give and take. Everybody has got an argument, and depending on how you present it, which would you rather see, less confusion or more accuracy?
For me, I want to see more accuracy.
But there's no guarantee that 5 judges will give more accuracy.
They will.
It's not possible.
They will.
It's not even jury is 12. How many times have a jury of 12 got it wrong in court cases in the United States? You can check it.
See,
12 juries, 12 people that consist of a jury. So what are you suggesting? And that's when they want to consist of a jury. They put the blacks, they put the Hispanics, they put the whites, they put the neutral one, the independent one, and the rest. And they still make mistakes when it comes to many court cases. Check how many court cases have been overturned. Yes, check how many court cases, and it is just check through the selection of jury, and it is based on it's strategically chosen. They don't just pick anybody for jury. So I don't think the more numbers can lead to competency. I don't think so at all.
Okay.
Court cases for me a bit different.
How is it different?
No, it's different. It's different.
How is it different?
Court cases are different.
How is it different?
The way you court cases.
It is the way they perceive the evidence is to be.
You can't compare.
It is the way they the evidence is to witness information. Yes.
The evidence is as you said.
This one, the evidence
is
right in front of them.
We are watching this boxing. We have so many people. I am watching this fight now going on. I am recording my own. You're doing your own. I'm not seeing what you're doing. You are not seeing what I'm doing. At the end of the day, we bring out our result. Our result, there's no way you can compare 2-3 people and 5 when it comes to this. Is a different thing altogether.
But it's still the same outcome. It is still the same outcome.
It's not
the same outcome. It's still the same independent view of the match.
I gave an example of Ngannou.
The same knowledge. I
gave an example of Ngannou and
do you think it have changed?
Tyson Fury 5.
Do you think it have changed?
5. Tyson Fury wouldn't have won that match.
How are you sure?
5.
How are you sure?
Tyson Fury wouldn't have won that match.
2 out of 1. Are you sure that the
majority that watched that game? See, it's not whether Tyson Fury had been fighting, whether Tyson Fury had been fighting for years in that particular match. That's what I said earlier. I said professionally. I want to see professional angle of it. People will say no, this guy got it. Whether Tyson Fury has been fighting for 200 years and Ngannou just fought him for the first time.
I want to ask you a question.
Professionally, you want to look at it. Who fought better in that fight?
I want to thank you.
In that fight, who fought better?
Thank you. Now, you've brought it up. Fury versus Ngannou had 3 judges.
Yeah.
In your own opinion, he fought better, Abi?
Ngannou fought better.
He fought better.
5 would have given that fight to Ngannou.
Listen, I'm making my point.
Not 3.
It is in the opinion of many audiences that that Ngannou also fought better.
Yes.
Now that means we can now see the differences in opinion.
That is why we need 5 people.
Now
3.
We can now see the differences in opinion in the audience. How much more the judges that are also
that's what I'm telling you.
From the audience too.
I even wish it would get to 10.
So
you know what? I wish it would get to 10.
That's what they are saying now.
Yes,
so people will still judge based on their own outcome on what they see from the fight. So what?
Okay, guys. Let's try to maintain a little bit of organization in the studio, because I think we are really getting the arguments quite rightly but heated. Both of you have got a point, right?
How do you want to judge before?
I'm not saying it is. They will bring their own experience and perception to the fight, and
exactly.
It's still not. It's still based on opinions and what they say.
Pelumi, if five judges independently score a fight,
what is wrong with the 3 judges? I don't know doing this independently,
because at the end of the day, we've had split decisions. What does split decision mean? 2 to 1 side.
2 to 1. That's how to win. That's how to
right?
fight.
Right. 2 judges went for this man. 1 stood for the other man. Split decision.
Yes.
Unanimous.
Yes.
All 3.
So can't we have 3-2 decisions in 5 judges system?
So unanimous.
Can't we have 3-2 decisions?
You have
all of them.
All 3.
So there's no difference per se.
So the tendency
is different. It's the same people that will come and judge the match based on their own experience of it.
No.
It's still different.
Don't you think that to have split decision will be very difficult in 5?
I don't think it's very difficult.
3
like I said, based on they'll being based on what they saw how they perceive how they understand the fight to be. We can still have 3-2. Even in the jury, we have people voting for this. Even in the Congress, a Congress that is filled with how many men, they still have split decision. Why in the Congress we have seen many institutions 51 to 49 votes.
Okay,
we've seen it many times.
All right, so Mauricio Suleiman has brought up that proposal that hey, for this undisputed heavyweight title fight between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury, let's have 5 referees. And just in case you just joined us and you're wondering what the guys are talking about, let's go back to that interview once again. I will take a listen to Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC chairman or president. All right, let's take a listen to him once again.
We had proposed to use 5 judges or 6 judges. However, that was not considered. It did not happen. I would still recommend, because the more officials that evaluate a fight or score a fight, the less possibility of a wrong decision. Anybody can have a bad night. If you have one judge having a bad night and the other one, the 2 others getting it correct, you still save the fight. If you have 2 judges with a difficult fight and then one round can shift the whole result. But if you have more officials, then the possibility of a wrong score goes to a minimum. But we will see.
All right, so he's saying that the possibility of a wrong score go to minimal with more judges ringside taking note of the points scored by each fighter. Well, it's debatable though. Oluwapelumi has got a point, and Incorruptible Sam has also got a point as well.
There are errors bound to be made.
The analysis of the match.
4 judges can also have a bad night.
All right,
I disagree.
That's what he said. 4 of them can't have a bad night at the same time.
How did you know?
4 of them
You've
can't
seen a
have
situation where 12 people have a bad night. I've been telling her to 12 have a bad night and choose the wrong.
Okay, guys. I just had to bring back the sound by Mauricio Suleiman. The guys are saying, he's saying, see, there's no possibility that all 5 of them will have a bad night, right? It becomes minimal, becomes smaller and smaller. I don't know what your thoughts are, but keep those thoughts coming through. 0916 000965 or 0916 0333 Keep your thoughts, right? We'll get to open our phone lines in due time for you to have your say on the show. What do you think? Should we go for 5 judges on the ringside giving their verdict on the punches that have been let fly by the boxers, or should we just stay with 3 judges as we have currently in the world of boxing? But let's take a look at what's happening as far as the MPFL is concerned. We had the second stanza of the season begin officially, and that was match week 20. Some interesting games played in this part of the world, in Abia State to be very specific, and we had 2 fixtures, one at 2 p.m. and the other at 4 p.m. and a Sunday fixture at 4 p.m. as well. So it was football galore at the Elephant Park in Aba, and let's talk about those games right now. We had Heartland Football Club of Owerri playing out a 1-0 draw against the very, very scintillating Kano Pillars side. The played with so much guile and finesse and panache on the day at the Elephant Park. 1-1 it ended, with Heartland having to wait till the 90th minute of play to get an equalizer courtesy of an overhead kick by Malaki Ohaume to restore parity for the Nazi Millionaires, who are now using the Elephant Park as their adopted home ground for the second stanza of the season, after their home ground failed to make it count in terms of qualifying itself for a good aesthetic and ground for football in the second half of the season. But that was another pressure on Christian Obi, who has now gone about 14 or 15 games winless run as a coach of Heartland Football Club of Owerri, and this is the second stanza this season alone. Then we had the big one, Eyimba versus Shooting Stars of Ibadan. It ended 1-0 in favor of Eyimba International. Eze Ekutuziam put in a lovely teasing cross into the area that was tapped in by Mbaoma, who got his goal number 9 of the season, if I'm not mistaken. So a nice one there for Eyimba International. Let's look at other results of matches played as well. Sunshine Stars drew 1-1 against Semkora United, and it was Rivers United 3, Doma United 2. In that particular game, a certain Yiman Wagwa scored a hat-trick in that particular fixture, the first hat-trick for 2024 and the second stanza of the league. Let's take a listen to Yiman Wagwa. Then we take a listen to the coach, assistant coach of the team, and person of Evans Ogenyi, who spoke after the game against Doma United. Stay with us.
for this game?
It feels really good. My first hat-trick for the season, and the most important one, the team was able to use it to win. And this is the beginning of the second standard. We've been struggling one way at home, and getting these 3 points today is very important for me and the team. You know, right now it's more of the team than personal glory. So give God the glory, dedicate the hat-trick to my family and my well-wishers and Rivers United fans.
You will agree with me that a game of this magnitude can go either side. Not forgetting the fact that we went away and also we pulled a draw on their ground. And we are the only team, we still remain the only team in the Nigerian Premier League that they're forced to withdraw. We're the first who scored over there. Then they scored mystery. We're almost running away with a win. You know, insurance draw them too, but the insurance game was a scoreless draw. So we know definitely they will come here with a vented anger. You understand? So we were prepared. And then we spoke to our players on the need to see that this is a mirror to the match in the continent, because a lot is expected of us. You understand? But you see a lot of anxiety or whatever. But like you said in your preamble, the important thing is the 3 points. A match that produced 5-goal thriller is a no mean match. You understand? But the 3 points is what matters, and we'll build on it.
All right, so that's Coach Evans Ogenyi, and earlier on we heard from Yima Nwagwa speaking at the end of their 3-2 win against Doma United. Meanwhile, other results of matches played: Enugu Rangers defeated Akwa United by a lone goal, while Sporting Lagos defeated Bendel Insurance by 1-0. It ended Bayelsa United 1, Gombe United 0, and Katsina United saw off Niger Tornadoes by 1-0. And another fixture right here in the city of Aba was Abia Warriors drawing goalless against Remo Stars. Let's take a listen to Coach Dan Ogumodede. Then after that, we'll also take a listen to Coach Rasmus Onu of Abia Warriors, who said he can't teach the boys how to score the goals. They've got to bury the chances that they created in that fixture. Take a listen to Coach Dan initially. Then after that, Rasmus Onu of Abia Warriors.
They have more of the transition to attack, but we came with a plan for a better defending than what we had in the first leg. We are aware of what we're coming to meet. We know the young boys like ours, they are going to match our intensity, but the game could go either way, and we're lucky it's a shared point.
Well, you seem to know how to play here at the Aba Stadium. The last trip here was 3 points in the back for Remo Stars. Would you say Aba is a favorable ground for the team?
I love the pitch.
Unlike what you told me you were wearing.
I love the pitch. This is a good farmyard compared to what we have in Owerri. Like I told you, it's not athletics, it's football, and we've come here to play football compared to what we got in Owerri. So it's the same turf like ours. So it's an advantage for us anytime we come here. And the boys having confidence and knowing that we have never lost here a very long time, it's also an added advantage for us.
Just as you have said, this is not the result I expected, but it has come and it's gone. We are going back. I'm not going to the drawing room, I'm going back to the computer to get myself right. The main job is to teach the boys how to create the chances. When chances are being created, that means the team has a character and there's a coach there. If chances are not being created, we score goal by luck. That's just by luck, chance, goal. It's not a created chance. We created many chances here, but we lost them. But I will not. Conversion of chances an individual skill. If you don't have it, you have nothing to offer there. If you have it, you have it. I've taught them how to create when you create a chance. Because if I say, put it this way, how about in a match day, goalkeeper cover there, will you put it there? No, you look for that. That means it's an individual skill. They have done it, it's gone. I'm going back to get it right. But what I know is that we'll soon come out smoking.
All right, Coach Erasmus Onu, one of the best characters to speak to after a game. And his honest assessment, he's not going back to the drawing board, he's going back to his computer. And let's talk about the games over the weekend. Some scintillating results of matches played. Plateau United 2-1 winners over Lobby Stars. Abia Warriors playing on the goalless draw against Remo Stars. So Remo Stars look like the biggest winners for the weekend, because courtesy of that draw, they've now gone back to the top of the NPFL. and because Lobby Stars also couldn't get a result away from home against Plateau United. Rivers United 3, Doma United 2, Enugu Rangers peeped Aqua United by a lone goal. Bayelsa United beat Goba United by a lone goal as well. Same scoreline between Katsina and Tornadoes, with Katsina United peeping Tornadoes by 1-0. Then we had Abia Warriors, Yimba up against Shooting Stars. And let's start with the big problem here. Heartland Football Club of Owerri. Again, I went there to see for myself what exactly has made Heartland look so poor this season. And I must confess, on a very good turf like what we had in the Yimba ground, even you could imagine what Coach Dan Ogumodede stated, after the game against Abia Warriors, that they love the turf there. That is almost similar to what they have in Ikene. So they love playing football on a good surface. And hey, when you watch teams come play in Eyimba, in Eyimba's ground, you understand what it means to play good football. The ball rolled smoothly, well. The surface is not undulating, it's not curvy, it's not bumpy. The ball, if you know how to play, you know how to play. At some point, Kanu Pillars was a man down as early as I think the 60th minute of play, and still maintained possession. A certain Mohamed Aminu Obi with the number 12 jersey was quite scintillating in his display on the day. Rabiu Ali and the likes were so comfortable in possession. The past Heartland out of the game in Heartland's home, which is the adopted home now. I could just see why they are where they are at the moment in the season.
Yeah, I can see why too, but you need to admit that was a very, very bold performance for them to at least get a draw. I was discussing with one of my colleagues. It might be here, it might not be here, and I was saying that it was luck that they got the 1 point. I disagreed. I was like, in this case, it's not luck. They put something in place to get that draws. But Kano Pillars showed that they are one of the best teams in Nigeria. But then it's against the bottom place side in Atlant. But they maintain that we have come to a good turf and we are playing against the last side, so they're motivated. But Atlant fought back, and I just hope that the spirit that we saw in them and that you saw in them will come back, and hopefully the government, I think it was a comfortable Sam that was saying it, that the administrator needs to show more interest. I believe that these boys and the coach cannot be that bad. They have someone in them or some players that can actually push the club. Look at Luton Town, for instance. The administrator of the club, the owners of the club, showed them more support. The fans showed them more support, and they are competing, even though they're still like almost close to relegation zone, but they are competing. So at least they need more support from the administration to make them compete. At least show that they're not going out without a fight. And I just want this to see more of this. Let them take point out away from the big side. Let them fight for survival. I like this. I like what I saw on Saturday. And on Saturday, and hopefully it continues home and away.
All right, and your own man was not hiding your feelings when it comes to Heartland. And as I was sitting down there watching that game, I was just imagining. I said, "What will Garachubu Sam say today again?" Because hey, Christian Obi didn't give you the results in his first 10 matches. You let him go and brought in Kennedy Boboye. Although I've also heard a report or rumors that Kennedy Boboye also did not sign a dotted line in that particular deal. So maybe it was just word of mouth, come and take over the team, and he came in, and that was why he was easily told to step out. Because if you realize, if somebody puts down 2-year deal, 3-year deal, and you sack him abruptly, you will pay severance fee to the tune of the millions he was supposed to have received during the duration of the contract.
Definitely.
So Christian Obi has got to tell himself some truth here.
Well, the bitter truth is that maybe is either a relation to the current governor. Hope Uzodinma is actually the Heartland is owned by the states. That's why I keep mentioning him. And there's no way the commissioner for sports, will act without him being aware. So whatever that is working for him on a personal ground, he's making his money. But the only thing is that the fans are suffering. Yeah, the happiness of these Nazi Millionaires fans, they are suffering. They are not happy. And I think my former station, I received a call from a Heartland FC fan one time. He was literally declaring on air that they have actually done a lot. Sometimes they will come to the stadium, and when they were actually in Imo State, they will cry and shout. Nobody even pay attention to them. And Kennedy Boboye wasn't actually asked to leave just like that. There's no way the governor will also not say yes, he's aware. Maybe trying to play politics the way he has been doing, as far as I'm concerned. And he doesn't have that. He doesn't care for the happiness of the people right now, and he's showing. Red zone. The earlier they know that getting the 1-1 draw from Kano Pillars. Well, let's believe that it's still the mentality of we are still at home, or the Kano Pillars losing it there. I wish Kano Pillars scored 2. I keep saying it. I'm from Abia State, but there is one club that is dear to my heart. Maybe Heartland FC, maybe not. But from the top, Heartland FC is suffering from what they are really, the situation they have put themselves in. I hope they don't go on relegation. They just came back. And this same Kano Pillars right now that they played on Saturday, this same Kano Pillars came from NNL, the same season with them. Look at where they are on the log. But Heartland FC, I think politics is just what is affecting them. And Hope Uzodinma is totally in the midst of this.
All right, so results not going their way in terms of the field game now. But let's take a look at how the table looks like after match day 20 in the MPFL. Everybody on equal standings right now. After 20 matches played, Remo Stars returned to the summit of the log with 36 points, a plus 1 goal difference. Lobby Stars dropped to second place with 36 points as well, with an inferior goal difference of plus 4. Then Eyimba also moved a step higher, 35 points from 20 matches played so far, plus 3 goal difference. So the Elephants are just 1 point behind joint league leaders Remo Stars and Lobby Stars respectively. Then Plateau United completes the top 4 with 34 points. Then in 5th place is Kano Pillars with 33 points. Doma United are in 6th place with 32 points. We have Enugu Rangers in 7th. Katsina United 9th position, 30 points as well. Rivers United 10th position with 27 points. Goal difference. The Tech Boys Sporting Lagos 13th position, 24 points to their credit. Aqua United just above the relegation zone, 16th position with 21 points and a minus 4 goal difference. The relegation zone proper, 19th position is Heartland Football Club of Owerri with 18 points, minus 6 goal difference. And we have in the rear, occupying the rear, bottom of the log is Gombe United, and we have 18 points and a minus 18 goal difference. And that's a big one if they've got to escape this season. But who do you think are the biggest gainers and biggest losers of this weekend in the MPFL?
Well, Gombe United, Tikubi, almost Tikubi for Gombe, basically. So Gombe United, the biggest loser, minus 18. That's a thing good difference. That's very poor from them. I think the biggest winners should be Remo Stars. I think they climbed up. After Lobby Stars lost, I think they climbed up. So basically, I think Remo Stars should continue with it. But then once I noticed this, after 20 games, you can see 36 points, 35 points after 20 games. Like you don't see, you don't see that in other climates. But then again, I think Remo Stars is the biggest winner, and then Gombe United is the biggest loser for me.
All right, so what's your take, Incorruptible Sam, the biggest winners and losers for this weekend?
Remo, away from home, we celebrate that here, that draw actually, and also Lobby Stars away from home, they couldn't hold on, so Lobby Stars gave them the opportunity to top. I want to say that the biggest winners for me, Remo Stars. Well, we're not talking about Enyimba, is it? Because they played at home, because the way they are going, Enyimba, they still have the opportunity. Then Sporting Lagos for me, they are also good winners, getting a bit of Bendel Insurance. Yes, they were at home. Bendel Insurance not pushovers at all. Then the best losers is going to be United. Not because they actually bottom, but because they were beaten by fellow strugglers. Bayelsa United. Just imagine Bayelsa United beating you 2-0. Just go home and cry. Feel pain. Yes, you went away from home, but Bayelsa United beating you with a clean sheet. No, now you lose pass.
All right, let's tell you that the phone lines are wide open. 0916-0333-965 or 0916-00000965. We're ready to accommodate those calls. Put those calls through to the line. 0916-00000965 or 0916-0333-965. What are your thoughts? MPFL and also boxing. Well, we told you that there is a proposal on ground to bring in 5 or 6 ringside judges against the 3 we currently have for the undisputed bout between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. 0916-0333-965 or 00965. Those are the lines to dial, and you'll be live on the show. Meanwhile, we had an interesting weekend of football. Let's start off with what's happening in England, because the title race has just taken a new twist and turn as we speak. Arsenal doesn't look like a team that is slowing down any bit. In the last 4 matches, Arsenal have scored 21 goals and considered 2 in the same right. In the last 2 matches, Arsenal have scored 11 and considered nothing away from home. Both games away from home against West Ham and Burnley respectively. But let's give you full results of matches played over the weekend. We had Brentford lose to Liverpool by 1-4. Burnley 0, Arsenal 5, Fulham 1, Aston Villa 2, Newcastle United 2, AFC Bournemouth 2, Nottingham Forest 2, West Ham United 0, with Taiwo Awoniyi back into the team and back on the score sheet. Tottenham Hotspur lost to Wolverhampton Wanderers by 1-2, and we have Manchester United beating Luton Town by 1-2, while Sheffield United were pummeled by Brighton Hove Albion by 5-0. The biggest game of the weekend was at the Etihad. It ended Manchester City 1, Chelsea 1. Not many saw this one coming. Oluwapelumi.
There's not many. So I remember when I said that football can be very, very funny. I said it on something, and I was watching it. I was following it, not watching it, with my one of my best friends, Mishak. Shout out to him, anyways. And I was saying that I feel that Chelsea might actually take at least a draw. It was like no. Well, final full time score was 1-1. Because I felt that when Chelsea is all and out, they usually find a way to come up, particularly against Manchester City. There are games where everybody thought that, particularly in the first game, but before this season, that there's no way they can beat Manchester City, and they go ahead to beat them or draw with them. In fact, they could have even won, but the attackers, the chances that they had were squandered. So I feel that I kind of saw it coming, but it just showed the doggedness. But Manchester City dropped a few points, but they should be thankful that they have a game in hand, and Chelsea is still there. I feel that you just want to continue the good process, at least to lead them to the Carabao Cup, because immediately after the match, Pochettino said, and I quote, that they want to show that they can compete with the second best team in England, which is Liverpool, if you can remember the press comment that he had. So I think they just want to build a good form that will motivate the players to the Carabao Cup final. I think they just want to win on the cup competition, because they know that the league is gone for them. So they're currently on the path to do it. Can they beat Liverpool? I think they can. I don't know. Time will tell. But Chelsea game did not really shock me, because I know the issue between Chelsea and Manchester City. But Manchester City needs to at least work to at least retain the Premier League, and of course be the first England team to win a treble.
All right, and it was a very cagey encounter, to say the least. Chelsea were coordinated for the most part of the game. City created all the chances. In fact, there was a time the possession was almost 70-30, as worst as 80-20. But they limited them to chances created. Although you want to say that some players in the City team were wasteful as well. But what does this do to the title race? Because Arsenal are now the best team in terms of the goal difference. 58 goals scored to Liverpool's 59. But check it out, this is where you win titles. 22 goals conceded this season compared to Liverpool's 24. So Arsenal has plus 36 goal difference as it stands right now. 1 better than Liverpool's plus 35, and about 5 better than City's plus 51 at the moment. This late surge from Arsenal, this continuous form from Liverpool, and this latest stuttering from Manchester City, where does it keep the Premier League title race going?
Well, the one thing I like the Premier League for, that's it. It's difficult for you to just close your eye to say, okay, the league is over, unlike what we see there in France. PSG, whether they score goal or not, at the end of the day you see them winning it. Kudos to Bayer Leverkusen giving it a very, very big run this time. Maybe they will end it. I hope they don't succumb like Borussia Dortmund will always succumb whenever Bayern picks. But Premier League, difficult for you to call it out. Is even Liverpool right now, they know that this trophy is not theirs. Arsenal, well, they are pushing. Something in their mind will tell them keep pushing. Maybe finish above Manchester City, though that is not a trophy. Manchester City themselves also, something is telling them that they will be there. I don't know if Aston Villa they have. Let me check their point again. 49. Well, let's not include them for now. But it is a very, very big one. Well, opposite of what happened to Arsenal last season. By this time last season, Arsenal, they were busy dropping points, losing drawing with West Ham United, drawing with Liverpool. We are also losing to Southampton before they actually drew that game 3-3. Saliba leaving, they got confused. So many things actually became very, very negative. But this time, well, they are winning games. Not that they are winning games, putting the ball at the back of the net. Someone said, well, they went to, it should be, is it
West
Dubai?
Ham? Okay,
they went to Dubai
for the winter break.
Since they came back, they have actually scored goals, and well, I don't know, maybe they should go to another, once, if there is any space again, they should go back to Dubai, whatever that is working for them, because at this point you need to score goals, because it is getting to that point where goals might actually be very useful, because Man United, they have actually won it with a goal difference some seasons back, and this time Arsenal need to score more and consider just the way they are doing that. Well, I don't know if the pressure will get to will be on Liverpool. I hope they don't stop. But for Manchester City, Chelsea, what happened this weekend between them and Chelsea is that Chelsea, well, they are now beginning to actually be more serious when it comes to playing a big game. 4-4 first leg, this time 1-1. At some point I was like, okay, why not Chelsea win this game? But okay, Chelsea will always want to disappoint you when you count on them, but it is what it is. Man City, well, are we still seeing them as the Manchester City of seasons ago? Why not, cage them somewhere and they will become ordinary teams? And why not? I still believe that Pep Guardiola, if it continues this way, the guy might decide to, walk away, just as
likes of Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, as Klopp will be, doing
eventually.
All right.
Because this Manchester City now, if you play well, you can beat them.
All right, and for United, it's been a fantastic run of late. The likes of Rasmus Højlund, 7 goals in his last 6 matches. What a turnaround it's been for the man. I could recall when he scored his first goal, he was almost in tears getting that goal and getting the pressure off his shoulders. So United are also doing a good job and pushing so hard for a top 4 finish. Getting that help from Tottenham Hotspur, who continue to drop points at the moment, but Aston Villa are not looking like they are relenting. It's fight to the finish. They are now about 5 points just off the top 4 places as it stands right now for Manchester United. 0916-0333-965 or 0916-000965. What do you make of the title race this season? Do you think Arsenal have got the momentum to push finally this season and claim their maiden title since 2004 when they went invincible? Or do you think it will be City's title once again to win? Or possibly Jurgen Klopp's final title in England before he says his goodbye as far as the Premier League is concerned? This will be his second if he can get it after the first one they got during the COVID year. Let's go to our phone lines and get reactions from our listeners. Hello, good evening to you, welcome. Hello, good evening, welcome. Hello, good evening, welcome. You're live on the show. Hello? Yeah, good evening, welcome.
Hello.
Yes, good evening, welcome. We can hear you. Hello, good evening. Okay, we lost that call. Do you want to call back? 0916-000965 or 0916-0333-965. The title race is getting very, very interesting in England with Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City all firing on all cylinders. Is it going to be another interesting title race filled with twists and turns, or how do we see this one panning out? Okay, let's get to hear from this caller. Caller, please. Hello? Turn down the volume for the set. Turn it down. Good evening to you. Welcome.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to the show. Name and location.
Yeah, my name is James. I'm calling from Umo.
Welcome, James. Let's hear from you.
I think Liverpool is in the best chance to win the Premier League.
Okay.
Despite their injuries, they're back and forth. They're still consistent in winning.
Okay.
You can see, I believe Liverpool is in the best chance of winning this the championship and the Premiership.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution on the show. Okay, keep the scores coming through. 0916-0333-965 or 0916-000965 as well. Meanwhile, what's happening in the Bundesliga is getting quite interesting and the paths are getting clearer for no other team but Bayer Leverkusen. At the weekend, it was more like Harry Kane will still remain trophyless at the end of the season from all how things are going. Hello, good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome. We can hear you. Go ahead.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. You can do all to walk away from where you are, or possibly dial the other line 09160333965 and to get across to us on the show today. Hello, good evening to you. Welcome. Yeah, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, welcome.
Calling from Isikuato.
Okay, Moses from Isikuato. Let's hear from you.
I pray that Liverpool should win the league, and for I didn't have to knowledge my hometown club is going to win with the Lobby Stars.
Lobby Stars.
Wow,
Yeah.
Oh, so you're from Benue?
Is that?
You're from Benue?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
I'm from Benue State.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. But the league is still long. Hey, the league is still long.
Yeah.
Don't play.
19 more games. Okay. 18 more games, right?
18 more games to go before the league will be called off this season.
Can I
in
make
the
a bold
NPFL.
prediction?
Yeah. What's a bold prediction?
The team with the most home games in the upcoming fixtures will win the league.
No, it's always equal. It's always equal. It will be 8-9 or 9-8. Anyhow, it will be 9-8 9 away, 8 home, or 8 home, 9 away. So it's just one game you used to have more games. So that's the difference. But it's the team that picks the most point away from home wins the league. And in that particular category,
Remo is ahead.
Remo Stars and Ayimba
Another bold prediction
are in
the
the
top
better
4
position.
team.
Remo is ahead.
Yeah.
In the top 4 team, any team that has A will win.
Okay. Let's go to the phone lines. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. We can hear you. Let's hear from you.
Okay. My name is Chichu.
Welcome, Okochuku. Let's hear from you.
I'm calling from Hamburg.
Welcome.
Please, I want to talk about Hackland.
Go ahead.
Although I'm from other state here anyway, but this Hackland, where they are going, I don't actually like it. I don't like it. Hackland is a very, like those days when they're answering well national. You see, they are playing, but this time around, I don't know what is the problem. Let them try to sort it out so that their fans will be happy again. Another thing is concerning the membership. Arsenal, although I'm not an Arsenal fan, I'm a Man U fan. But if Arsenal, the way they are going, if they miss it this time around, in fact, I don't know. Because I'm even going to win this membership. But if they fuck up, I don't know what will happen to them next.
Okay. All right. Please, we don't use the F word on radio. Sincere apologies. I beg your pardon. Sincere apologies. For the words you may have picked up listening to the caller. Please, next time when we call the radio, please let's be mindful of the language. We don't use the F word on radio. Thank you so much for complying. All right, please. You just had to let you go. Okay, let's get to listen to this caller. Hello. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening, guys in the studio.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to the show. Let's hear from you. Name and location.
This is Reverend coming from Omaya.
Welcome, Reverend. Let's hear from you.
You see, English is in the league. The people of the Caribbean retire. They carry high blood pressure in the Caribbean. If you Arsenal against the match, if Arsenal carry 20 points, the top Manchester City, the result of the Premier League.
Okay.
Instead of Arsenal carry the Premier League, they see now, Newcastle, Manchester United will carry them.
How?
This is the China we they see. You don't tell which but now when that.
Okay.
That's the son and Mikel Arteta.
Okay.
It's not even.
All right.
His
All right.
guy must be a Chelsea fan.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's go over to the phone lines. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome. Name and location.
My name is Stefan. I'm calling from Amankale Alai.
Welcome, fine. Welcome.
I just want to appreciate you guys, especially the Incorruptible Sam.
Thank you.
And then the host. Please, I don't know your name.
My name is Eval Edu.
Pardon me?
Eval Edu.
Okay, Eval Edu.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to appreciate you people. I love to listen to you guys.
Thank you so much.
And the analysis are always on top notch. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.
I also please one of your colleagues, the one that helps you to do the analysis.
Okay.
I looked at the Nigerian Professional League. Nigerian Professional League is always win home and then you win the trophy.
Things have changed. Things have changed. You have to win away these days too.
Yes, you have to win away. That is how it's supposed to be. But when I was in Aba, I used to go to the Nimba Stadium to cheer the only ones that we used to win. And during the time of Forges Okalo, That's when we win away. But these days, there's nothing like winning away. Just win, get all the 19 home win, then you take the Nigeria League.
Okay.
I wish them all the best.
Okay. All right.
Love you people.
Thank you so much. But again, Ayimba has won about 2 games away from home this season. They beat Shooting Stars, so they did a double over Shooting Stars this season already. The Ayimba has also lost a game here in Aba to Remo Stars 1-0. They were beaten. They've also dropped points in terms of draws as well this season in that same home ground. So it's not like things are cast on stone these days. You put your money and you lose them. Hey, let's talk about the Bundesliga because the time is running out. I just can't go away without talking about the Bundesliga. This weekend, Bayern Munich were beaten by Bochum 3-2. Meanwhile, the big result was Bayer Leverkusen winning away from home to Heidenheim 1-2. The statistics read this way: Bayer Leverkusen 22 games played, 18 wins, 4 draws, 0 losses, 57 goals scored, 15 conceded, plus 42 goal difference, 58 points. Bayern second place, 22 games played so far, 16 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses, 61 goals scored, 25 considered, plus 36 goal difference, 50 points, 8 points clear. Bayer Leverkusen are running away with the league. Quickly, guys.
Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen should win this league for the sake of football and for the sake of everything. It should win this league. Right? Like I used to say, I've seen a situation where teams drop 7 points. 8 points to Bayern, but that was Borussia Dortmund and RB Leipzig. But I believe this is a motivated Bayer Leverkusen. They've never won the Bundesliga in their career. If they lose it now, it will be very, very, very painful. Because after this season, who knows whether they will have this kind of chance again. 8 points. So I feel that they should at least push it back to the finish line. It may not be the 8 point gap at the end of the day, but at least they should win it. I'm just hoping that they win it.
So what's happening to Harry Kane? Harry Kane switched from the Premier League coming over to the Bundesliga where he's guaranteed a Scudetto a Bundesliga title. And looks as if the trophy that is mostly Bayern Munich's birthright for the last 10 seasons will also slip off his fingers. The Champions League is not guaranteed. The DFB Pokal, they're also out of the tournament. What's happening with Kane and his bad luck?
Well, Harry Kane actually made I don't know if I would say he made the move at the wrong time, because Nagelsmann was doing well. I can't stop saying that. They sacked him, brought in Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is there on and off, and unfortunately that's when Harry Kane made the move. Harry Kane has actually been putting the ball at the back of the net. This equaled the record also with just few matches. He went there, scored goals for fun, but it's not happening right now. Unfortunately, this season they have now Bayer Leverkusen to fight. This season, past seasons, it has been RB Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund. I can remember how many seasons ago, 10 points clear. 10 points clear. They lost. Bayern Munich overtook them and then won that one. That season I was so angry because come on, I wanted something else to happen. But this time I doubt if Bayern Leverkusen I don't know if they will play unbeaten. I don't really know. But if they end up winning this one, whether they ends up losing 2 or 3 matches, I think the football fans will be very, very happy. Whether Bayern Munich hierarchy right now will actually come back to the point of knowing that they made a big mistake. Thomas Tuchel, a wonderful manager, but at that point, Nagelsmann wasn't doing badly. He was second on the log. Also had Manchester City to play in the Premier League, in the Champions League. You sacked him. Now look at what they are suffering. Nagelsmann, he should be free. If they can go back to him, just like I've been seeing people comment, they should swallow their pride and go back to Nagelsmann, or maybe look for another manager. They say Jose Mourinho might be the man, but at the end of the day, I just want another team to win this Bundesliga. So sorry for Bayern Munich fans, but come on, let's celebrate another champion.
All right, let's celebrate another champion, and let's celebrate the champions who have made today's program a bumper package. Many thanks to Oluwapelumi King as well as the Incorruptible Sam for their time on the show. Make a return here tomorrow as early as 7:30 a.m. for yet another interesting edition of Rush Hour Sport. Until then, we have yourself a lovely day ahead. Tick tick zoom.